Hey everybody, how you doing? Happy Saturday. November 4th already. We're getting close to the holidays, big time. We got Thanksgiving right around the corner, Christmas coming up. Favorite holidays are coming. A lot of kids are going to be getting bicycles and people getting bicycles and going bike riding in the trails and things for the holidays and enjoying this nice weather. Everybody likes to get outside and just enjoy this weather. And tonight's story is just about that, you know, bicycling, cyclist. So over in Houston, Texas, we have right now, we have a trial going on of something that happened almost a year ago. Big thing, a yoga instructor, cyclist. Uh, Kaitlin Armstrong is the name, who is a cyclist and also a yoga instructor, who was dating Colin Strickland. Okay, a while ago, they broke up, and now Colin is dating Anna Mariah Wilson, and they call her Mo for people who know her. So Mo is also a cyclist that likes to do cross country cycling and keep in shape. Very physical woman, and along with Colin Strickland, her boyfriend now, he's actually a professional cyclist. So this is their thing that they love to do over in Houston, Texas, and Anna Wilson, which they go by, which is Mo, and Colin Strickland live together, and they've been seeing each other now for a while, and they live in a house over in Houston together. And one day, here we go, you get a text, Colin, from his ex-girlfriend, Kaitlin Armstrong, saying, "Hey, I'm in town. You want to get together?" So bing, bang, boom, there you go. They get together. So now the affair starts. And if you think about it, guys, and you sit here and you think about it, the number one of the most common killings there are is for jealousy, rage, um, in this type of a situation. Um, so he decides to go ahead. He got Colin going ahead and meet his ex girlfriend who's in town, Kaitlin Armstrong, a yoga instructor, a cyclist that loves to do cross country cycling as much as she can. Just like Colin, he's a professional cyclist. So they get out, they have an affair, getting together, they're going out and they're meeting and they're having a secret affair. Well, never stays a secret. So he breaks it off with Kaitlin, and now who's the target? So we don't realize that Kaitlin Armstrong has some psychotic mental issues inside of her head. She starts following through the phone apps and everything Colin on everywhere he's going, where he lives, where she is, and just stalking this guy, and then stalking his girlfriend today, Anna Mariah Wilson, which she goes by Mo. Everybody knows her by Mo. So she's being stalked by this ex-girlfriend who's in town, who's having an affair with her boyfriend now. Sounds like a soap opera, which is Colin Strickland, a professional bicyclist. I don't know where he has time. He's shuffling these two women and getting on the bike and going cross country, staying in good shape. Man, I love to bike ride, but I'm not going that way. So they're being followed. They don't even know it. She's stalking them, sitting outside their house. And then one day she's out there and she's planning this whole plot. She waits for Colin to leave the house. Well, then what happens? What do you think happens on a jealousy, rage woman who's just has some screws loose in her head, I guess? She wants this guy back. Who knows what he said to her? You know what I mean? Here they're cheating, they're meeting again, and they're having that secret love affair. And who knows what Colin said to her? You don't know. Could have triggered something, but nobody should do what happened here. So Kaitlin Armstrong has been stalking these people now for a few days. seeing what they, what their lifestyle is, and when they leave, who's home. So you have Mo, which is Anna Mariah Wilson. She's home. Colin leaves. So here comes the worst that can happen. Kaitlin goes inside the house and she shoots Mo to death. Shoots her in the head. Bad deal. Bad deal. So you get shot in the head twice, that's not a good thing. You're not going to live. It's definitely not a good thing. So Kaitlin Armstrong takes a hike. And of course, she's a cyclist. She leaves on Anna Mariah Wilson, Mo's bicycle, jumps on it and just flees away. That's how they got some DNA on knowing it was definitely her at the crime scene, is off of that bike in the trial going on right now. And that's why we're bringing this up, because the trial is going on right now. And not to change the subject, but here with the trial going on, which we're going to see a little bit of a clip on it, Kaitlin Armstrong is asking, okay, here she just murdered somebody, shot him in the head. After planning it, stalking them, bam, goes in there and shoots her in her own house, okay? And now she's asking the courts, the judge, the jury, to not give her life. You're in Houston, not give her the death penalty, but to give her parental guidance and let her out and just be on probation. This woman's nuts. She just killed somebody. She shot somebody to death. She took their life. She should get the death penalty. She's in Texas, but we'll see. That's another whole thing. We'll see where the trial goes. So right now she takes off on the bicycle. Bam, she's doing what she loves to do. She's riding that bike and she's heading the hell out of the way. She goes home. She's gone, man. She's history. She takes off. She goes to Costa Rica. There's an all-out hunt for this woman. So now, Mo, which is Anna Mariah Wilson, Colin's girlfriend, which they live together, is in the house they live in, shot in the head twice. So a friend of Mo's comes over to her house, which this is something. The friend's name is also Kaitlin. Okay, different Kaitlin now. Mo's friend comes over, sees the door open, goes in, and sees her friend on the floor with a puddle of blood around her. So she dials 911 in a panic. They do have that 911 call, but it's not released because of the trial going on right now. But in the 911 call, this woman's panicking, letting 911 operator know, hey, my friend's on the floor, she's in a puddle of blood, and I see pieces of her brains leaking out. Pieces of her brains leaking out, people. Shot in the head. What do you think's going to happen? So her friend Kaitlin, now not the Kaitlin that shot her, that one's riding a bike the hell out of town to the airport, man, going to Costa Rica. And we'll get back to that, what she's going to Costa Rica. But anyway, so Kaitlin comes in, her friend's on the phone with 911 and telling her, hey, my friend's on the phone. Looks like something happened. Somebody looks like she's been shot. So the 911 operator is trying to give her CPR. And she's doing chest compressions on her friend, Mo, on the ground, shot twice in the head. Now, imagine what you would be going through if you already see your friend shot. Number one, that's not something that most people see. So you're already in a state of a shocked mind. You see brains, she's saying, coming out. So now you're having to touch that body and do compressions on it. And now, when you're shot and you start doing heart compressions, blood starts coming out. So it's even worse. Just can't even imagine this friend having to go through something like that. But she did, and it's never going to be out of her mind. So she died. Mo passed away. Okay, she was murdered in her own home, shot in the head by the Kaitlin Armstrong, who was stalking them, hunting her. She got her. She murdered her. So now we have Kaitlin Armstrong on the run. She flees by using her sister's passport and goes to Costa Rica. She's on the run, man. Is an all-out hunt. Marshals involved. Now, you're in Texas. Goes to Costa Rica. Gets a nose job trying to change her appearance. She's in Costa Rica getting cheap nose jobs and changing everything she does. She wants to start teaching yoga on surfboards out there. And then she gets caught. Boom. They take her back here to indict her, charge her for the murder, and they put her in jail, and she tries to escape. She's in the black and whites that they wear in this prison, okay? And she's hiking up the hill and going down the wall and tries to hurdle the wall, but just didn't make it. She didn't make it. And then the prison guards, darn, and I hate to say this, man, but when you're in a position to where you need to run, you might have to fight, you may have some things going on, and you're a prison guard or you're a cop, you got to be in shape, man. You better go get in shape. Well, the one prison guard couldn't even make it up the hill. They fell right there in the middle of the hill and didn't move. Thank God she wasn't able to make it over the wall. She'd have been long gone, man. This girl's in shape. Now, you got to remember, Kaitlin Armstrong is a bicyclist. She stays in shape. She was hustling up that hill to escape, but didn't make it over the wall. So she did get caught. And now she has felony charges on that as well, because these prison guards got hurt in the chase, not by fighting and getting beat up. They got hurt by rolling down the hill. So get in shape, man. If you're a prison guard or you have any job that you have the authority to have to chase somebody, be able to chase somebody. But anyway, that's not what the story's about. So they have her. She didn't escape. They put her back in jail. She's now on trial. And Colin Strickland is testifying in the trial against Kaitlin Armstrong of killing his girlfriend, Anna Mariah Wilson, which is Mo, which he was cheating on, having an affair with Kaitlin. So we're going to go ahead and watch this video together, guys. Let's watch it. Let's talk. Johnny Guns Investigation here. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and let's watch this. Let's cycle through this together. Bam. Large.
Wilson was a rising star in the world of off-road cycling.
This is Mariah Wilson.
This morning, new details of the last moments of her life captured on audio.
Those screams are followed by two gunshots. One to the front of the head.
I'm going to start that over.
Wilson was a rising
ahead.
star in the world of off-road cycling.
This is Mariah Wilson.
This morning, new details of the last moments of her life captured on audio.
Those screams are followed by two gunshots. One to the front of the head, one to the side of the head.
Prosecutors in opening statements portraying her accused killer, Kaitlin Armstrong, as a woman consumed by jealousy.
One of the things you'll hear is she was not happy with this relationship. Colin.
Not happy, authorities say, after discovering she and Wilson were romantically involved with the same man, professional cyclist Colin Strickland. Prosecutors say Armstrong tracked Wilson's location using a fitness app, and that surveillance footage puts her Jeep near the apartment where Wilson was staying. According to a police affidavit, investigators also received an anonymous tip after the shooting that Armstrong said months earlier she was so angry she wanted to kill Wilson. Armstrong, who has pleaded not guilty, now facing decades behind bars if convicted of first-degree murder. Her defense team arguing there is no proof she committed the crime.
You did not hear about any direct evidence showing Kaitlin Armstrong is responsible for this crime, because there isn't any.
Armstrong's legal team also battling accusations she fled the country after the murder and underwent plastic surgery to disguise her identity. Authorities say she used her sister's passport to travel to Costa Rica. A warrant was issued for her arrest, setting off a 43-day manhunt.
While in Costa Rica,
43 days, man.
she searched her name from her cell phone. News articles.
Just weeks ago, this
Here
cell
we go.
phone video appearing to show Armstrong
the
trying to
prison guard.
escape, running from corrections officers while at a doctor's appointment. later captured a mile away.
So NBC News reached out to attorneys on both sides of this case for comment, but the court has imposed a gag order preventing them from talking. Also, no word from the family members involved in this case, guys.
And of course, the Armstrong attorneys are saying this is just circumstantial evidence. There's no direct evidence. A lot of murder cases are built entirely on circumstantial evidence, though.
With a lot less evidence than in this case, not only do they have the surveillance footage of her car around the crime scene, circling around the house, but they also have DNA evidence that the jury heard about yesterday. The defendant's DNA on the victim's bike, which they said she used to flee the crime scene. They also have ballistics evidence. Her boyfriend, the guy involved here, bought her a gun months before this case, and they have ballistics evidence matching the shell casings to the gun that the boyfriend bought her.
How about that video of her trying to escape from prison? I mean, that video is not good. How's that going to impact the case?
Not good. She's also facing a new felony charge because of the two officers who were harmed trying to chase her down. And she also has a federal charge for having fled to Costa Rica trying to evade authorities. So she's got a lot
That's
of uphill
amazing.
battles
That's
here as this case goes
unbelievable.
on.
Thank you, Laura. We'll keep our eye on it.
Hey, thanks for watching.
That's
Don't
the video,
miss the Today
guys.
Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel. Today, all.
Here we go. Let's talk about this one. See what you guys think about this. So what do you think? She cycled away from the murder, left her DNA on the bicycle, and that is what's going to bring her to the murdering of Mo. And then Colin was cheating on his girlfriend, which started the whole thing because his ex-girlfriend, Kaitlin, called him up and said, hey, I'm going to be in Houston. And bam, the affair started going on and then caused a jealous rage. And now Mo had to lose her life. So now in the trial, we have Kaitlin who's asking for just probation with just having a monitor and being on probation. But I don't think that's going to happen. She shot somebody in the head. They do have DNA evidence. And then they also have the footage of I guess a ring cam that they're going to be using in court, which, you know, they don't play because it's in trial right now. So Johnny Gunn's investigation coming to you guys for a little bit here on the Saturday, November 4th, and just talking to everybody on this because it's under trial right now. So let's see where it's going to go. And we'll bring up some more stories coming out to you guys tomorrow. And you guys enjoy your weekend. And don't forget, make sure you press that like, subscribe, and we'll have stories coming to you guys as much as I can. And let's chat about this. What do you think should happen here? Do you think she should be put on probation? Do you think she should have the death penalty? She took a life, eye for an eye. Or are they going to give her years behind bars? We don't know. This wasn't a spur of the moment killing. Just, you know, she planned this. She was following him on this exercise app, so she was able to find out exactly where Colin was heading, and then, you know, figured she's able to follow him to the home and plan out this murder. She went with a gun. She shot Mo in the head twice, killing her, fleeing on the bike, leaving the country, not turning herself in, sister's passport, going to Costa Rica to change her identity for 43 to 48 days, and then there. I think she should have, I think she should get the death penalty. She killed somebody. She took a woman's life. So I feel she should get the death penalty. But again, that's Johnny Gunn's investigation opinion. We all have our own. What do you guys think? Let me know. Have a great weekend, guys. Enjoy the beautiful weather. And remember, be safe out there. Have a good day.